down.
Am I supposed to drink this pinkies up? I feel very fancy at the moment.
Throw it and I'll catch it.
Yee!
Even the mild is a little spicy, but I like spice. I think maybe next time I'll try to go a little hotter.
Hey guys, it's Ciccarone with NBC6 Miami, and I got my helmet on, I got my board, and I'm ready to skate at Skateboard Miami in El Portal. Just look at this place. I'm on level 1, but honestly more like level 0, but I'm here to learn today, and I'm here to learn from these legends over here. So let's get rolling. Today I'm in Homestead at the Blue Lagoon Farm to check out their natural spring that has flocks of people coming in from all over the country. So let's take a dip, chill out, and see what this spring is all about.
I think we should make a strawberry crunch cake milkshake.
I love strawberries, I love crunch. Let's do it.
Let me see what you got, girl. Okay.
You let me win! No, you let me win. Just me and Mando, you know, kicking it back on Long Island, hanging out, you know, maybe go for a stroll on the beach. Take the apple, looks good, stick it at the bottom,
push hard,
and then crank. I gotta get one of these for my house.
There you go.
There's a goat on my back.
How does it feel knowing when you are walking in these protests with your family, creating something that you are wearing on your back, promoting this movement, knowing that you created it yourself? How does that make you feel?
An unbelievable sense of pride.
When I jump in the water, that's my happy place. That's where I feel free. When I'm out of the water, I always have to rely on someone to take me somewhere, my guide dog to take me places, my cane to like help me navigate. But when I'm in the water, like it's just me in the pool and I feel so free and I feel like nothing's holding me back and it's the best feeling. Hi, my name is Anastasia Pagonis. I'm a Paralympic swimmer for Team USA.
35.71. You got one more in you? Number 6?
Okay.
Huh? Good girl.
When I was 11, I was having trouble reading things and I was a soccer player and I started getting kicked in the face with the soccer ball too much. So my parents took me to the doctor and they were telling me that I had ADHD and that's why I couldn't see things and it was a whole process. So we ended up going to a retina specialist and I came back with a genetic disease, and when I was 14 it just went super fast. I never had my central vision and I started losing my peripheral vision too. And I came back with more diseases. I have a genetic disease and autoimmune retinopathy. So pretty much my immune system and my body thinks that my eyes are bad and attacks my retina. My doctor recommended that I try a less contact sport and he recommended swimming. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a try. And right when I got in the water, I just fell in love with it. I was like, okay, like this is for me. And then once I had that big drop in my vision, I stopped swimming for about a year and we had to find a coach that would actually train the blind girl and have faith in me, which was a process. We contacted literally every single club and every single coach and nobody wanted to train me until we found my coach now, Mark Dannon in Islanders Aquatics, and he just grabbed onto me and has not let go.
There's no bargains with me today. Great talking to you. Put your goggles on. Go. She makes me laugh, believe it or not. I come off moody, but she makes me laugh. She's a really good kid. So from the beginning, I was like, wow, this kid's gonna be an Olympian. When they first called me, I had a soft spot immediately, and I said, sure, yeah, I'd love to help, see if I can help, and maybe we'll find a connection. I didn't really know much about tappers, and I contacted some visually impaired athletes that I knew from growing up, and then I put myself in that situation as well.
When I first went to his pool, I was like, like this isn't gonna work. Like I feel like I just can't do this. And I was like, no, like this guy's gonna find a way for me to do this. He was so dedicated to me and he is the most selfless man in the world. He's honestly my best friend.
The tapping has to be timed correctly, so I cue her with the tapper. It basically just lets her know that she's coming up to the wall and she's gotta be safe.
Stop calling me pretty for a blind girl. So you're saying that people who are blind are just ugly?
and that I would be ugly if I could see. What? When I was in my depression, I started Instagram, and I was like, I'm gonna show people that they're not alone, and that, like, yeah, it's normal to be depressed. It's normal to have these thoughts, these feelings. It's a normal thing, and that you're not alone, and to maybe be there for someone else. Everyone is super ignorant to blindness. They think you have to look a certain way, act a certain way, and be a certain way, and that is not the case at all. So just showing people that, like, hey, this is what blind is, this is what blind looks like, and this is the things that I can do being blind. If I told my 14-year-old self when I was 14 that I would be here, I don't think I would believe that I would even be alive.
Good luck. Ready, finish it.
I do 9 practices a week, and they're all 2 hours, and it's a lot, but you know, sometimes I'm crying and I don't want to be there, but I know that it's gonna show the results that I want, so just gotta keep grinding through. And I have my coach that always keeps like pushing me, so I'm excited for the experience. You know, I think it's gonna be such an amazing experience, and being my first games, I'm just excited to be there and be in that environment and hopefully get the gold.
Corey Castle is a very well-known monument in the world. There are some people that have no idea about it. I mean, they live across the street and they say, what is that thing over there? This has been here almost 100 years in Homestead. This is very recent history, but since it's so impressive, it's very well known. This has been put right next to other monuments in the world like Stonehenge or Machu Picchu that create that same kind of energy that is so difficult to explain how this guy could do this all by himself, at night working, building, with nobody knowing, everybody trying to gossip and everybody trying to spy on him, but nobody ever saw him erecting the rocks or bringing them or quarry them out of the ground. So when people visited the castle, he always gave tours. That was his way of living. When he gave tours, people would say, oh my God, last week when I came, that moon wasn't here. How did he bring it? And people would gossip around and they would admire him. He was like a celebrity in his own time.
An echo from some ancient Stone Age is the work of Ed Leedskalnin, a 120-pound Superman. Using but the most primitive of tools, he handles huge 15-ton pieces of coral rock with the greatest of ease. This is his life work, building a great stone city that he hopes will stand for thousands of years.
He was an odd guy, but look at what he did. So everybody was like intrigued in admiring him from the distance. He was very social in the tours, but otherwise he was a hermit.
It's just amazing at what somebody can do when they put their mind to it too, you know. It's really amazing to come and see this part of Florida, and the way the coral, you know, it all come out of the earth, and just it's part of the earth, of what the earth's made of, you know. And a lot of people don't, they look at this and they think that, oh, it's just a rock, but I don't know. For me, it's different because I like the rocks, I like the mountains, everywhere I go, I end up getting rocks, you know.
Edward Leedskalnin, originally from Latvia, right next to Russia. He was born in 1887. He came to this country in 1912, the same year the Titanic went under, just to place you in history. He ended up working in the coal mines for about 8 years. That's an awful job. Deteriorated his health. He was diagnosed with tuberculosis. But the belief was that fresh air and sunshine would cure you. That's why he ended up in Florida. And he erected the castles. Actually, he made 2 castles. This is the only one remaining because he brought all the pieces from the first castle to this one. So that alone is impressive.
There's stuff done here that nobody would ever have known of or, you know, ever seen, or, you know, they don't know how he did it. Not only that, it's beautiful. He did it for his wife, for a woman he loved, you know, it's kind of sweet too.
Well, Edward in his tours tells us the story of this woman that he loved. Her name was Agnes Coffs. She left him heartbroken. So he came to this country, and years later, he got enough money to erect a first castle in her honor. Tried to lure her here with the castle, but she never came. And her last letter, he says the story in the tours, that she was engaged to someone else. But behind that is the whole incredible and very impressive history of the castle.